Are you a high school baseball player that is dealing with elbow, shoulder, or just in general arm pain every time you pitch, but it's only when you pitch and not when you're just playing light catch out to 60, 75, 90 feet? I'm going to talk about today why it is that you're likely having pain only with higher effort throws like pitching compared to just normal catch play. How do I know this? My name is Dr. Jeff Lewis. I'm the owner and physical therapist of Lewis Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, where I have helped countless baseball players get back to throwing pain-free, get stronger, and throw harder after an arm injury. A lot of times I have guys come in, high school pitchers, sophomore, freshmen, sophomores, some juniors as well. We do see seniors, but it's usually the underclassmen more than anything that we see that are dealing with arm injuries, that they're younger in their career. And it'll be on two parts of, or even three, but along a spectrum of, you have one end here, you have guys that they are unable to play catch out to 45 feet, pitch. They're just unable to throw a ball at any distance, at any intensity without arm pain. Then you have the guys in the middle where they feel it a little bit with light catch play or pitching, or maybe a little bit of both, but it's not limiting from them. And then you might have guys on this side that, hey, they can just play light catch play out to 90, 100, 120 feet without problems. But when they're pitching or throwing off the mound in the bullpen, that's where all their pain starts. And I want to talk today about why do you have guys on this end of the spectrum here that the higher effort throws are problems, but anything in a lower intensity throw is not a problem. So anytime we talk about pitching, and when I talk about pitching, like in-game, high-intensity pitching is what we're talking about here. Pitching places a significant amount of stress on the entire arm, specifically the shoulder and the elbow. And given the stress that comes from throwing harder, there's going to be more forces placed on those areas of the arm in the shoulder and the elbow. More often than not, certain injuries, now I will say this is probably not going to be the case for someone that has a very significant labrum tear or a very significant UCL sprain. With those, it's probably going to be more a matter of, hey, anytime that they throw, they're going to have pain with it. But say we have someone that has some type of bicep tendon pain, or they maybe have some type of nerve issue where that nerve is subluxing, but mainly only with the higher throws. With certain injuries like that, very commonly, the biggest provocative factor is going to be the intensity that they're throwing with. So for a bicep tendon, we know when you get into layback, that maximum external rotation is going to cause that bicep tendon to wind up and as part of that peel back mechanism. In some of these cases with guys, it's usually just a matter of, hey, the more layback you get from higher intensity throws means more tension on that bicep, which means you're going to have more pain. With lighter effort throws at 60, 75, 90 feet, you're just not getting probably as much motion or as much force into that motion as you would for higher effort pitching. So it's not going to bother them. A lot of times guys will say too, well, if it only hurts when I'm pitching, but it doesn't bother me when I'm throwing, I'm fine to keep going. I can still get through it or whatnot. That more often than not is not going to end well. If you're having pain pitching, and even if you're still not having pain with regular catch play, it's still a big issue that you need to get checked out more than anything. So again, really to wrap it all up here, the biggest thing that I wanted to focus on and talk about today is more often than not in these cases of, hey, I have pain with pitching, but I don't have it with regular throwing, is really just because the stress and force you get with pitching is so much higher than you do with normal catch play, and it's likely going to hit a certain threshold of that structure that it's just not able to withstand that force, and it's going to become painful. Again, bicep tendon is probably one of the most common things that I see this with more than anything. Some ulnar nerve issues as well, where you're just going to get a lot more layback and medial elbow stress in pitching from max effort layback versus just regular catch play. So again, if you're a high school baseball player, pitcher specifically, and you're dealing with some arm pain and you just aren't really sure why you experience it during some throws and others you don't, go ahead and leave a comment below with any questions you have. If you're looking for more guidance on how we can help you get back to throwing pain-free, harder and stronger, text the number below and we'll get back to you with more details.